Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are cash stuffing into our sinking funds and savings challenge binder, as well as into our bills binder. We're gonna be filling out this tracker. Finally, kind of getting us on the right page, and I have a couple of categories to add. So there's gonna be a lot happening in this video. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jordan. We love doing cash stuffings on this channel. We love talking about our budget. We talk about making money on Etsy and YouTube, and everything you see in this video you can find on my Etsy shop, Jordan Budgets. Follow the links below, or just go to jordanbudgets.com. Y'all, that intro, was it not concise? I feel like we finally got it. Anyway, let's count this cash, make sure we have what we think we have, and get into these binders. 50, 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 305, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. $319. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Monday? I would have had this video up a little bit sooner, but it is about to rain, and I love like pre-rain weather. Am I the only one that is like that is my vibe? If I had a vibe, it would be like the fun before the storm. I don't know, do I want to label myself that way? Anyway, you know, like when it's really windy and a little bit chaotic, but it's not raining, it's not thunderstorming yet. I love sitting outside in that pre-rain weather and just drinking a cup of coffee. So that's what I did this morning. Also, I am sick. I thought I was getting better. I think I'm getting worse, but not so bad. It's just a little bit of like a congestion thing. So if I sound a little bit weird, that is what is happening to me. What is happening to my camera? I have no idea. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. If it does, I am so sorry. I'm trying to work out camera settings, and maybe I need to try out. I have a bigger camera that I never use. I need to try it out. But I hope you guys are having a lovely start to your week. Let me know in the comments how it is going. Thank you so much for the kindness. Y'all, I'm talking like it's Monday. It's not even Monday, it's Tuesday. Thank you for the kindness you showed me on yesterday's video. That was on Monday. Okay, today is Tuesday. I used to start our Mondays with a cash stuffing, and lately it's cash stuffings have been on Tuesday, which always make me feel confused what day of the week it is. So apologies. We are starting with our bills binder. We are going to be filling this out as well. Let me get out my fun little markers. I'll link these again in the description, but I do have some new erasable pens somewhere, and we will be using those for this video. The intent of this is so when I'm planning a video, or say if you're pre-planning your cash stuffing, you will know what's already in here without having to pull this out and count it. And as you can see, I don't have it filled out. So while I was planning this video, I really had no idea what was in anything, but it would be helpful to know what is where, like before we get started. This category is for housing. For me, that is rent. My rent is $1,400 every single month. Ideally, we will get ahead on these categories, but first and foremost, we really just want to get stuffed in here what is going to be due at the end of the month or the start of this upcoming month. So we are adding 105 to housing. We now have 50, 120, 35, 135 towards housing. So we're just gonna mark up to 120, February 7th. So we have $135 towards housing or towards rent. In my last cash stuffing, I was asking you guys about rent, and a lot of you guys' rent is going up. So that is terrifying. I am so sorry. I think I'm gonna reach out to my landlord pretty soon and ask her if we could go ahead and sign a lease. Do people do that? I'm gonna ask her if we could go ahead and sign the next lease. My lease ends in May. So I'm just gonna see what she says. There's really no harm in asking, I guess, if we could go ahead and fill out the next lease. My thought is, if I'm staying here another year, there is some furniture and pieces that I wanna buy. Not like big stuff, but like I wanna buy a couple things for the patio because we love our backyard, but we really don't have any furniture back there. Okay, talking while I cash stuff. Monthly bills, we are gonna go ahead and add $20 here. We need about $400 to pay things like our electric bill, our internet, those kinds of things. Looks like we have $40 now, so we're gonna cross off this 40. Our goal is 400. For monthly bills, we're gonna go ahead and put $40 because that's what we have. So how I'm gonna pitch it to my landlord, if she watches my videos, this is awkward, but I'm just gonna tell her like I would like to buy some furniture for the patio, and I don't wanna buy specific patio furniture for here if we're gonna end up having to move at the start of May. So I'm just gonna ask, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't see how it would benefit her except for just knowing like she's securing me as a tenant, because honestly, if this rent does increase or it increases too much, I mean, I'm not gonna stay here. So we'll see. But let me know if you've ever done that. If you've ever gone ahead and like locked in a lease before your current one ended. Do people do that? Let me know. Weekly expenses. This is for things like gas, groceries, spending money. Our goal is to get to about $800. We are gonna add $60 today. So that puts us at $50, $70, $90, $100 towards weekly expenses for March. So we are always, at least we're always trying to be 1 month ahead on all of our bills and our expenses. We're not quite there, but we're shooting for it. Our groceries are about $750. So realistically, we're just trying to get ahead on groceries at this point, and we will move that goal as time goes on. There are gonna be a couple changes to my budget, and I'm gonna talk about that more on Friday or later this week. One of those changes, though, we'll go ahead and briefly discuss is healthcare. I'm not putting too much of a priority on this or homeschooling, and we're going to talk about these two categories later in the week. We'll talk about it later, but for now, we're just kind of skipping that category. Other, we are going to put, how much are we putting? The other category for me is for the car note, and we're going to go ahead and put 20, 30. Let's put $30 into car note and see where we are. For car note, we now have 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. We do pay $400 a month. I think I already said that. So having $70, we're off to a good start on this one. And that is it for right now for the bills. I did rework and reprioritize sort of where money is going, keeping my current budget in mind. I think I tend to overstuff into my sinking funds and savings challenges, and then my variable money, meaning my gas and my groceries, I've been putting that on a credit card, and then I can get kind of behind on that. So then like behind the scenes, I'm kind of playing catch up just because I'm allotting too much towards sinking funds and savings challenges. So I think moving forward, we are going to put about $100 per week into sinking funds and savings challenges, and that's not counting what we're putting into our long-term sinking funds and savings challenges. So let's talk about what I even mean by that. You all know I change things around a lot, but I think this is pretty set because I've really thought about what I actually need as my sinking funds and savings challenges. Now, all of my sinking funds and savings challenges, except for a couple in the back, are more short-term sinking funds and savings challenges. Insurance, I am switching to paying my car insurance every single month, but it would be nice to start just putting a little bit here. So maybe at some point we can start bulk paying it again. I used to pay it every 6 months, but it has gone up since I got the new car. So you will see insurance get added to our monthly binder maybe next week. This is just sort of an extra cushion trying to get us ahead. Back to school, we're adding that in. Y'all know I like to get my boys a lot of clothes and things when it's back to school season. Even though they're homeschooled, they usually get a new book bag and some new like supplies and stuff too. And then these are all staying the same. I only want to flip through because we're about to be cash stuffing and talking about it. But the only categories that I have that are more long-term is extra car payment and 100 envelope savings challenge. I'm planning on every week putting about $100 into all of these categories, but then a little bit extra, maybe $100 per month, $200 per month is gonna go towards extra car payment and the 100 envelope savings challenge. All of this money comes from tips, and so we will talk about that as we get to it. But I wanted to differentiate that my sinking funds and savings challenges at this point in life are not for long-term things. They're not for investments or whatnot. I would say the only long-term thinking I'm doing right now is trying to get rid of that car payment, and I'm trying to save for either getting rid of that car payment and paying off the car, or maybe a house down payment. I'm not sure what this 100 envelope savings challenge is going to just yet, but those are the only kind of long-term things. These are all things that are popping up like every few months, or, you know, at least once a year, these things come around. I feel like I'm off my flow a little bit today. I think it's just the sickness. Okay, so starting with insurance, this is trying to get ahead on the insurance for the car. We are just going to add, I had to go get my color pencils really quick. So we are just gonna add $5 towards insurance. If you guys have made some changes to your budget lately, let me know what they are. Let me know how you guys are doing. I know the price of things are, like everything, is just kind of going through the roof. So I think a lot of us are readjusting and sort of replanning. Now, y'all know for me, I tend to do kind of reevaluation or replanning every couple of months. So this isn't new for me, but if you are somebody who has recently done some major changes and you don't typically do that, let me know what kind of a change you guys are making. I have $7 for back to school. So we're gonna color in this little backpack and start off our back to school savings. If you guys can hear the thunder in the background, it's about to pour out there. Next, we have our summer savings. Guys, my summer and the next category, birthdays, I really need to amp up the savings because I started looking at summer camps. The one that my kids really want to go to is $300 per week per kid. That they're gonna get to go to that one time. It's a one-time deal. That's $600 in 1 week, and it's really not necessary. So if you guys have your kids in summer camps, let me know what your plan is this summer. I'll tell you guys what I did last summer. Summer camps, we're adding $20, and let's see where we are. Last summer, I had them in summer camps all summer, like the entire summer, and I thought it was really gonna help me with work, and it did in some ways because I got to get a lot done while they were at summer camps. Summer camps, we added 20. We have 50, 100, 2, 4, 6, 7. Why am I counting it like that? 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 200, 205. So we're getting there. Like, we need a lot more just for that 1 week of summer camp. But guys spend so much money, and I had them in all of the camps, and I feel like it was a great experience for them because they do get to see their public school friends. But I will say, at the end of summer, we got back in our homeschool routine just very quickly, and there was a good month where I really mourned the loss. It sounds traumatic, but I mourned the loss of us like not having a summer together. We had maybe 1 week in the whole summer where we just sat around and did nothing. Of course I work, so like I don't get to do anything, but there's just something special about your kids being like, I'm bored, what do I do? And you're like, go play outside. You give them like an ice cream pop or something, and you're like, oh, they're getting their summer. You know, I don't know, I think that downtime is good for them. There's something nostalgic about it for me too, because I really enjoyed the summers. I have a twin brother, and I really just enjoyed our like boring summers together. My parents didn't have us in all kinds of stuff. And so I do see the benefit of putting them in different things. We added 22 birthdays. I see the benefit in putting them in a lot of stuff, and they really do enjoy that too. But I want to have a more balanced summer this year. I'm happy to put them in summer camps. I think it's great for all of us, but I definitely want maybe half of the summer to just be like downtime. Maybe off every other week. I don't know how I'm handling it yet. Birthdays, we added 20. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $130 towards birthdays. This one I really need to start saving a lot too, because both my boys told me last night they want a party like what they had last year, which was pretty expensive. We'll see. We're going to keep saving though. Of course, summer camp is going to come first, but their birthdays are right at the end of summer. So I need to get both of those categories really in order. Penny challenge, we're gonna color in two spots for the penny challenge because I think we missed it last week. Did we miss this last week? The $4.69 and the $5.18, which totals $9.87. So I'm gonna count what we have in here too. Let's see, I'm gonna take out 13 cents because I wanna just add a 10 today. So we're adding $9.87. I took out 13 cents so we could just add a 10, keep this easier. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, $30.08 is where we're at with the penny challenge. I am using this for Christmas because I spend so much on summer camps and then I spend so much on birthdays right after. I thought the penny challenge was great to start this time of the year because as we get down the line, like we are adding more and more. Let me backtrack. If you haven't been following this along with us, the penny challenge is typically like you add some money per day, like a low amount per day. I created this and I totaled it out per week. So in the first week we added 28 cents. At this point we're adding $5.18 per week, right? So as we get further and further into the year, we're adding more money. So later on we'll be adding $18.41, for example. And by the end of this, we're adding $28.92. Well, I'm using this for Christmas because naturally as we get closer to Christmas, we start saving more and wanting to put more money away for it. So I think the penny challenge is a really great one to use for Christmas time. By the end of it, you have about $700. And at the start of the year, you're putting some attention on it, but we're not putting the majority of our money in it, right? Like next week, we're gonna add $5.67. This one I'm using for Christmas. You guys can use it however you wish, but I think it's a really good, slow and steady one to start thinking about Christmas, but not putting all of our money there. Just a couple more categories. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking it out with me. All right, we colored in the 2 for new clothes for the boys. We have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. $157 towards new clothes for the boys. I would love to make a trip to, they have what's called Once Upon a Child here, like used clothes for kids. I think that's gonna be a great place to check out. And I want to do this soon while people are sort of like rotating through their closets and getting rid of stuff from last year. If you guys don't know, I live in Mississippi, so it's gonna be warm pretty soon. And I feel like now is the time people are gonna start buying new summer clothes for their kids and getting rid of last year's stuff that they've like grown out of. That was a little bit of a random spiel. Cars we're gonna add $5. This is just towards an extra car payment. I really should go ahead and pull this pretty soon and just like add what I have or send what I have to the car company because I know interest accruing. Whew, that sentence was difficult. Extra car payment, we now have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. So we almost have $100 to send towards an extra car payment. All right, in our very last category, I do want to give a shout out because we are cash stuffing tips on this one. We're gonna put $45 into our 100 envelope savings challenge. Thank you so much to Amy, Carolyn, Lexi, Anna, and Brittany. Thank you, Genia, Vanda, Kaylee, and Jen. Because of you guys, I'm able to put $45 into the 100 envelope savings challenge. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. $483 in the 100 envelope savings challenge. And again, thank you to those that tipped over on Etsy. That was not expected or required for you guys to do, but I really appreciate that you did put me in your budget. That is it for today's cash stuffing. As always, if you've made it to the end, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.